Hey everybody, welcome to the third installment of Bohemian News. Thankfully, this week it's not all doom and gloom. I do have a little bit of good news to talk about, something that might put a smile on your face at the very least. So let's just get right down to it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, of course, the first thing we have to talk about is, of course, the virus. What else would we talk about? Jesus. So it has now become a state order that students, university students studying medicine, they've been conscripted to go and help. I kind of talked about this a little bit last week. I thought it might be a good idea to get students, to get perhaps military docs involved. And I guess, hey, maybe I've got a fan in the Czech government, because here we got it. Students have been conscripted. Let's go over this real quick. So the Czech government is ordering medical and other university and high school students to help out at hospitals struggling to cope with the record numbers of COVID-19 patients, the country's health minister said on Friday. Health Minister Jan Blatný warned that hospitals across the country are under, quote, extreme pressure amid an infection surge that he attributed to a highly contagious coronavirus variant. Yes, I reported on this last week. British and the South African variant or strain, whatever word you want to use, they are here in the Czech Republic. They're mostly up in the northwest, from what I understand. But apparently it is spreading across the country. You know, it's a small country, so what do you expect? The more infectious variant of the coronavirus, the British one, has been spreading across all our regions and has become dominant in the Czech Republic, Blatný said. Blatný said students will get to work at hospitals on Monday. He said the situation will remain difficult as 600 to 700 daily hospital admissions are expected over the next 10 days. So here it says individual hospitals, especially in the Czech Republic's western region near the German border and the central part of the country around Prague, have been already overwhelmed, transferring some patients to clinics elsewhere in the country. Staff are terribly tired, Peter Hubáček, the director of a regional hospital in Domažlice, told Czech public television. It's more about mental exhaustion than physical fatigue. The country has activated a plan for dozens of Czech patients to be treated in Germany, Poland, and Switzerland. The three countries were among those that have offered help. The Czech health minister said no one had been transferred abroad as of Friday. Now, I don't want to sound, conspiratorial or anything, but I am going to give you a little anecdotal story about this situation with the hospitals filling up. I was recently told a few days ago by someone who did get coronavirus. They sent me a message, and basically what they were told at the hospital that they were quarantined at. Okay, this individual I know, who is a Czech citizen, speaks the language, talked to the nurse there. So this individual noticed that the hospital was full. It's true, but also noticed that many of the patients there did not seem to be terribly ill. There were very few people coughing and having serious issues, but the hospital was full. So this individual asked the nurse. And basically what the nurse told this person I know, and then this person informed me, was that there is a situation here in the Czech Republic very similar to what's going on in the United States, where hospitals that are confirming COVID patients and keeping them in the hospitals and putting them on respirators, etc., ventilators, not respirators, but ventilators, are receiving more government aid, just like what's happening in the United States under the CARES Act. I reported on this, about 2 weeks ago. You can check out that report. I'll put the link in the description. It's true. It's a fact. The United States government is giving money to hospitals with more COVID patients, and especially COVID patients on ventilators. That's a fact. I did the research, I looked it all up, checked, double checked. It's true. And apparently it's also true here in the Czech Republic. Of course, like I said, this is just anecdotal evidence. I don't know how true it is. So next, since we're talking about the virus and the vaccine, etc., let's take a look at this. The Czech Republic is ordering the Chinese vaccine, Sinopharm. Yay! We'll all be speaking Chinese. Great job, guys. Oh, man. So, as I said last week, the Czech government was attempting to get the Russian vaccine, but it has not been approved by the EU, which is funny enough because the Chinese vaccine has not been approved by the EU. And the Czech Republic just said, hey, screw it. We don't care anymore. We need vaccines. The EU is not giving out enough vaccines. The EU doesn't have enough vaccines to get over to the Czech Republic. So they said, to hell with you guys. We're going to do it our own way. So they're now purchasing a whole bunch of the Chinese vaccine. Let's take a look at this really quickly. After the Czech Republic asked Chinese authorities for the delivery of Chinese Sinopharm vaccines, according to information provided by the Czech embassy in Beijing, the Chinese side decided to immediately comply with the request, the Czech president's spokesperson said on Wednesday. Czech President Miloš Zeman is well known for his close ties with Czech authorities. Yes. I don't know if he's quite so bad as the Biden family and their links to the Chinese government and authorities, but yeah, he's been known to be cousined up with the Chinese government. In February, he attended a virtual 17+1 summit of China and Central and Eastern European countries, where Chinese President Xi Jinping offered the Sinopharm vaccine to his European counterparts. However, Zeman's spokesperson said the president had approached China at Prime Minister Andrej Babiš's request. While the Chinese vaccines are currently used in Hungary and Serbia, Poland is also mulling vaccinations using the Sinopharm vaccine. Poland's health minister Adam Szymanski, however, has said that due to the lack of data, he is not recommending inoculation with the Chinese vaccine yet, which is probably a smart move. Good job, Poland. Well, the good news is, as far as the vaccine and everything goes, the Czech Republic is going to receive over 1 million COVID vaccine doses in March. Sweet. It's like 1/10 of the country's population. That's awesome. Good job. Maybe someone's actually doing their job. The Czech Republic is set to receive over 1 million coronavirus vaccine doses in March, out of which some 700,000 doses will be from Pfizer BioNTech, and roughly 2 million vaccine doses are to follow in April, Health Minister Jan Blatný told a press conference on Friday. The aim is to administer at least 35,000 doses a day in March and 100,000 a day in April. The vaccination has been speeding up in the Czech Republic, and a record 31,000 people were vaccinated on Thursday. As of Thursday, 78% of the elderly over 80 who registered for vaccination have received their first dose, while 21% have received both doses already. Great. That's good news. We do have some good news here. So let's continue this trend of good news. Let's talk about some other good things happening here in the Czech Republic. So, look at that. Prague Airport wins title of Best European Airport based on customer satisfaction. Yeah. If you've never been here to the Czech Republic and you've never been to Prague's airport, the international airport, Václav Havel Airport, it is quite nice. It's definitely not as big as some other airports I've been to. You know, I've been to LAX, I've been to JFK, I've been to Hamburg's, Rome, Beijing, Hong Kong. I've been to lots of airports. And I'm telling you, this one, it's not going to surprise you or make you startled at the size of it. It's not. Prague's airport is pretty small, all things considered, but it is a nice airport. I've never had any problems there. Multiple times I've been in the airport, no problems at all. I'm not surprised. Prague Airport has received the 2020 Airport Service Quality Award, presented annually by the Airports Council International to the best airports with the highest provable level of customer satisfaction with the services provided. Prague Airport has thus received the award in the category of 15 to 25 million handled passengers for the third time, with the airports in Helsinki and St. Petersburg recognized in the same category. For the third consecutive year, we have received the best feedback from passengers passing through the gates of our airport. The awards confirm that we can ensure the high quality of our services long term, regardless of the level of traffic. The first two awards were won during times of intense growth. The 2020 award shows us that not even the crisis associated with the spread of COVID-19 can prevent us from keeping our set high customer experience standards. Oh, sounds awesome. Last year, we focused on implementing a number of protective measures with the goal of protecting the health of both passengers and employees, Václav Rehor, chairman of the Prague Airport Board of Directors, said. Sounds good. The Airport Service Quality Program is run by the Airports Council International. It is one of the world's most prestigious initiatives focused on research and evaluation of customer satisfaction with services provided at the world's most important airports. At the beginning of 2021, Prague Airport also received the new Voice of the Customer Award. The recognition is awarded by ACI to airports which, despite the demanding and unprecedented year 2020, caused by the spread of a novel coronavirus, took extra care of the comfort and safety of their passengers. So like I said, it is a nice airport. I've been there several times. If you're ever coming through Europe, come to the Czech Republic, you're not going to have a difficult time there at Václav Havel Airport in Prague. Like I said, I've been there plenty of times, never any issues. It is a good airport. And so the last good news I've got for this week is this cute little story. 100 years. The first part of The Good Soldier Schweik was published on March 1st, 1921. It's been 100 years since this book was, or at least the first part of this book. It was done, I believe, in three volumes. Unfortunately, it was never finished as the author kind of died suddenly before he could finish the full series of the books. If you don't know about this book, The Good Soldier Schweik, this guy right here is Schweik. It was meant to be a comedy about this soldier. As you can see, he's a bit overweight. He barely fits into his uniform. He loves to drink beer and loves to smoke his pipe. That's what he does. And it's a comedy, even though it's set in the midst of World War I. As you can see, it's been 100 years, and it was published in March of 1921. So it was written about World War I. And at that time, the Czech Republic did not exist. They were a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And so, of course, if you know your history, you know Austria-Hungary fought in World War I with Germany, and they conscripted lots of Czech soldiers to go and fight on the Eastern Front. And that's what happens to our soldier Schweik here. He's this regular, lovable, kind of goofy yokel, much like a Homer Simpson, I'll be honest with you. He's like the original Homer Simpson. You can't help but like him. Everything he does is like literally by the book. Every order he gets, he follows it perfectly to a T, but he does it too well. He does everything so perfectly and follows the orders exactly as it's written that he always ends up screwing things up. So it does turn out to be quite comedic. This lovable kind of dumb, oafish soldier is always getting into trouble throughout the book. But he always manages to fix the problem and get out of trouble. So it is a really good book. If you've ever been in the military or you know someone that was in the military, you need to get this book. Let them read it. it's quite humorous the way he handles his commanding officers and this kind of stuff. His lieutenant's always pissed off. So many of the situations that happen in the book still happen in the modern military. Just things that there's nothing you can do about it. You can't control it. Your LT comes in, busting chops, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So you just follow the orders and hope for the best. It's like, well, I told you, sir, it's not going to work that way. And that's kind of what happens with Sheikh. And he is a good soldier. He does everything by the book. Mostly. So it's a really good book. Check it out. Go find it. Read it. It's quite funny, quite entertaining. And there are lots of pictures. If you're interested in Czech culture, Czech literature, Czech history, you got to check this one out. Sorry for the pun. I didn't mean to do that one. Anyways. All right, everybody. I think that's enough news from the Czech Republic for this week. Stay tuned next Saturday when I'll have another episode of Bohemian News. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I remain the Neo-Bohemian.